My life before the well, my husband and I were living in Hawaii for the last 2.5 years, and in those 2.5 years, it was a lot of drinking, alcohol. That was our drug of choice, and the longer I kept drinking, which was pretty much every day, I was becoming more and more hopeless because I didn't see no way out of it. When we were drinking a lot in Hawaii, we were spiraling into the hole that we dug ourselves. To stop the spiraling, my husband's brother and his wife had asked us if we wanted to come to Virginia or to go to Alaska where my family is. We chose to come here to Virginia, and they probably mentioned this before we got here, that we were gonna need to go to some kind of rehab for our drinking. We looked into some places, and those places didn't work out. And then my sister-in-law, she had mentioned the well. She was hesitant to bring up the well because she knew it was an 8-month-long program. She wasn't sure that we were gonna accept doing an 8-month program versus a 28-day program. So that's how we heard about it. When I got to the well, I was thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? I don't have a problem. I didn't realize like how big of a problem alcohol was. I was in denial for quite a bit there, and after denial, I was questioning if I really wanted to be sober, just because alcohol, it helped with, I guess everyday functioning for me. I realized after being in denial, I started grieving alcohol, which is pretty sad. I remember being in Hawaii, and I remember the nights my husband would be sleeping, I'd be up, drinking. And I remember just how hopeless I was becoming. And there was many nights where I'd pray to Jesus. I'm like, Jesus, please help me find some way to get out of this situation that I put myself in, just drinking every day and every night, all day. I was becoming so hopeless in that, and I realized that my prayers were answered. Being at the well, it renewed my faith in Jesus. It helped me to have hope once again. Hope that I thought I had lost in my addiction to alcohol. I also started to receive healing from the trauma that I've been through, especially with the loss of my brother who committed suicide. In October, it'll be 10 years, and as someone who was crying every night and just missing him, and my husband didn't know how to help with that. He didn't know what to say, he didn't know how to connect. So being at the well, it's brought a lot of healing in that. I think the most impactful part for me was the relationships that were built with the staff and the SLTs, as well as other ladies in the house who, we were all coming alongside each other in our addiction. The relationship part of it really helped me to know that I wasn't alone, because I did feel alone when I was in my addiction, especially when we were in Hawaii, because it was just my husband and I didn't have any relationships with anybody else. So I think the relationship aspect of it really helped me. If I could say anything, I am going to say that God is still in control, and I know He's going to use this ministry, the Well and the Nest, to bring hope to many others that are still out there. I'm looking forward to more programs like this because so many people need it. I'm looking forward to the program that's opening up in Lynchburg. I'm excited that there's another house that's going to be open for more beds. I'm looking forward to seeing how God's going to use each lady and each man that comes through those doors. We come in hopeless. We're going to be walking away hopeful. I'm just excited to see how God's going to use each and every one of us. I'm looking forward to seeing how God's going to move in my husband and I's relationship moving forward to this program. I'm excited to be a part of this ministry. I definitely see myself contributing one way or another.